about you, but I do love a freshly baked bread. It makes me think of home and coziness and warmth, and it reminds me of those mornings with my grandpa when he would go at dawn to buy a freshly baked bread in the bakery, and it was still warm when I woke up. And I thought it would be a great idea to share with you the recipe for Italian oven-baked bread, focaccia. The recipe is extremely easy, and even if you don't have any baking skills, don't worry, this one will be a breeze. And I promise you, your home will smell just incredible. So without further ado, let's get straight into the recipe. We will start by heating up 100 milliliters of plant-based milk. You want it to be warm but not hot. In the bowl we will place 300 grams of wheat flour. I do prefer to sift it first to avoid any clumps, but it is an optional step. However, I do highly recommend making it. Then we will add 10 grams of instant yeast, the milk that we just warmed up, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 100 milliliters of lukewarm water, and about 1 teaspoon of salt. We will mix it all together. You can start with a spoon and then knead the dough with your hands for about 5 to 8 minutes. You can also use the mixer if you have one. You know your dough is ready when it's elastic and does not stick to your hands anymore. When the dough is done, we will cover the bowl with a clean kitchen cloth and set aside for about 1 hour for the dough to grow. After an hour, we will place the dough in a baking tray, lined with a baking paper, and spread it so it's flat and even in all places. The size of my baking tray is 20 by 30 centimeters. Then we will place olives in the dough. I am using green olives without a pit. Here you can go as creative as you want with making the pattern with your toppings. Make sure to press them well into the dough. Then we will chop some dried tomatoes. I am using about 6 dried tomatoes here, and I cut them in 3, but that's completely up to you. Then we will arrange them in the dough with olives. At the end we will sprinkle our focaccia with some salt and dried oregano. The toppings I'm using go very well together, but you can use whatever you want: onions, fresh tomatoes, mushrooms, rosemary, and so on. Just go as creative as you want. When we are done with the toppings, we will set it aside for about 30 minutes so the dough rises more. When the time is up, we will place the baking tray in a preheated oven and bake it for about 40 to 50 minutes in 180 degrees Celsius on conventional settings. Then we will take it out of the oven, let it cool off slightly, enjoying the smell and the beautiful look of the focaccia. Please, first time that you make it, watch over it through the window of the oven. You don't want it to burn. You will know that it's ready when the focaccia is golden brown. When it's still warm but okay to touch, cut it into smaller pieces and serve with some good quality olive oil. It tastes the best when it's fresh and warm, but it will taste great the next day as well. So as you can see, this recipe is quite easy to follow, and the focaccia comes out incredible. It has this crunchy crust and a soft inside, and I'm pretty sure everyone will love it. You can already find the full recipe on my website, as well as a free PDF to download for a future reference. As you noticed, in this recipe we are using white flour, which is traditionally used in focaccia. However, I do have a healthier recipe as well for a whole grain focaccia, and I will be sharing it on this channel pretty soon. So to stay tuned, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification button. And if you ever try to make any of the recipes I share here on my website, I would highly appreciate if you can post them on Instagram and tag me ReShape_official. I really love to see what you're making. It really keeps me going and makes me mobilized to post more. So make sure you remember about that. It really helps me a lot. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one.